Oh, hello, everybody. A little tired because it's 2 in the morning. I can't wait to just go into that bed and lay in there and fall the fuck asleep. Before we do that, gonna do a video. Just gonna lean forward because I'm a little tired. You guys get top right and bottom right cameras today. Big old whoop-de-doo. First, let's say hi to a new member, Soldier Boy .666.8. Saw his comment. Read it. I saw little ellipses on the comment, and I thought there would be more to it. But he talked about himself for a little bit. He said, "I think people can read me easily, but then I look at them and they don't really." And he said it was schizo effective. But yeah, no, I understand that. Like feeling like you're real easy to read for a little bit, and then you're not. Like that's a little silly thing that just occurs. Can't really do anything to help it, but it's a little fun when it happens. Uh, oh man, to do. There's a little notepad up here. Excuse me. This one's mostly just for myself, so I can like keep a track of like what's going on, because uh, Samuel did in fact make another video in response to me, or make his first video in response to me. So I have a couple notes in there just about that, and then I have a couple the bits that I wrote about what I would like to talk about as well. Just, ugh. Ugh. To do. Sam talked about an action plan. I don't know if that's like full circle speak for something, but it's it makes sense. I feel like I'm doing pretty good in the action plan. I've got a budget that I've mapped out. I still need to work out today for a little bit to do that. Um, but I'm keeping up with the calendar. The calendar's real up to date. Everything. It's making a little bit of sense to me. And the budget charts, all the most of like the money that I've spent over the last month and a quarter, a month, not even a quarter of this one, uh, been charted. It just hasn't, I haven't deduced all the numbers yet, so I need to figure out what all those are gonna end up being. I didn't even like split them up deeply in depth into different categories. That might do me some good for something like that, to split it up into more categories, but really I don't spend a whole lot of money on anything but food. Uh, I steal everything that I want, or I steal like just get from other people, not in like an actual steal way. I I pay for all the food that I get. Oh, I always get my shit secondhand, but that's that. I wrote love and loss, which is weird. I think I was feeling more. I was getting more of that alone in this world feeling before this video, but a lot of it's gone, so I don't feel like there's a lot of love and loss going on. I wrote live and learn after that. I think when I was writing that, I was thinking like, oh, there's love that I've lost, but I'm living and learning. Whoa. Mm, Yeah, I know in a way. There was a lot of chances just over the past couple days for me to find some love, but whether it was by my own volition or not, I just I skipped out. I skipped out on that. And live and learn. I don't know if I meant for me. I don't know if I meant to directly reference everything I've written here because I didn't write a whole lot between the lines. It's not really scripted. It was more of just like general ideas. I was gonna write more of a Soldier Boy 6668 response, but I couldn't really think of a whole lot else to say. Yeah, no, but live and learn. Like, these people aren't gonna be in my life forever. I have made enough decisions in the past that have maybe not ended the best for me relating to love and loss. So I don't know if I need to be putting myself into any situations where I would need to be concerned with love and loss. It's more this is more like the live and learn stage for me. I feel like they're they're two things that mean the exact same thing, but I'm interpreting them differently. Uh, Sam did talk about the boat analogy. He got a little lost in his own thoughts when he said that, but I was told to think of myself as a boat. Um, I imagine when you said sail that it was the winds of change, and how much or potential, sales being like the real potential for your life. I, the idea that I'm thinking of is that you're supposed to think to yourself that you have an infinite amount of potential. Like there's always going to be air going through your sails at this point in your life. So you're going to have like as much potential as possible. Like it's just going to be. But the rudder being like a drive or like an action for you to make that change, which is funny because you either have a sail or you have a rudder, um, because the rudder is attached to a motor. um, it works as like a basic analogy, but it's funny. It's funny to think about it like that because normally you wouldn't have the two in conjunction. Um, but rudder, for the sake of the analogy, being like your own drive to fulfill the wish of the sail to push you forward and believe in your infinite potentiality. Um, I feel like there's some stuff that could be done for my rudder, but the place that I'm in now is not horrible. I'm doing pretty good. And I took it a little bit further just to think of every possible way that the boat analogy could be taken, and I wrote wood, but it could be the just any sort of material that you think that your boat or boat would be made of. And it's if we were taking that into the analogy as well, you could imagine that as your own ability to endure the action that you're going to take with your infinite potentiality. So you can either have a wood hull, or you can have an aluminum hull, or you could have a steel one. It just, either of those three could be a measure of how much you're willing to endure for your sail. And a lot of what you said felt like it looped back on each other to what I thought seemed to be pretty fitting, and it's that you have to work to maintain a sort of homeostasis within your life, like homeostasis being the constant, or homeostasis being the feeling of safety, like the point in between two lines, one being crazy while the other one being boring. To work to maintain the middle ground, wherever that middle ground may be on that graph of crazy to boring. You have to work to maintain that, because your things in your life are going to change, and they're going to change slowly, or they're going to change quickly, and you need to think that the life that you're living right now is maintainable, because it is, to a degree, but you have to put the work in for yourself to enjoy the state of homeostasis that you're in. And I'm going to use something from the video that you mentioned. It's dishes. Like, you have a limited number of dishes in your cabinet that you can go through before your dish pit, your sink, will begin to fill, and you won't have any other dishes that you can use. So, on the graph of crazy to boring, that would be incredibly crazy. Whoa, there's so many dishes in the sink. But I can't say it's boring to wash every single dish every single time that you use it, because it's not boring. But for the sake of the analogy, it is boring. And then you have just one dish in the sink, and it's going to be boring in your life if you just have that. If you make a 1 plate or 2 plates of dinner, and that is, you wash them immediately after, then that's going to be boring. So you need to find that middle ground that you want to live in between crazy and boring. And nobody is going to be able to maintain that state of homeostasis in your life except for you. And if you want to be able to maintain that homeostasis, then you need to work towards the goal that you should work towards, the goal of you achieving that and having that homeostasis. So, I don't know, do it. I'm tired. I'm too tired to pitch any good ideas to anybody now, but I'm doing good. I thought that was 57 minutes. I'm doing good. It's like 15 minutes now. I'm doing good. Life is good. I always feel like I need more action, but I always feel like I need to put more action into my own life, but I know that I'm moving at a constant enough pace that whatever I do will be fine, because I'm always moving forward regardless. life is always getting slightly more manageable. I am going to go to bed now. I'm going to look at the fridge tomorrow. I'm going to call KFC corporate. I'm going to get my W-2s. I'm going to get stamps, and I'm going to mail everything that I need to mail. And then I'm going to go to bed. Or I'm going to go play video games or something. Something interesting. So, let me open the YouTube uploader thing that I have. Let's close the notepad that we have and don't save, because this is all already in video format. Oh, my back feels great. I'm going to go to bed now because I don't want to wear clothes. Have a good night.